It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, after splitting their first 2 games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup,
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. First game back in Golden State for the Warriors. They're ready to play. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one. They lost the season series last year, winning 1 and losing 2.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group. A year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Maurice Spades out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Parker in at the 1 spot. On defense, the Warriors. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them, wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that one.
And so here is Golden State following the miss by Tony Parker.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And Hardaway gets it to go. Curry with it. He had 13 points in the win against the Lakers.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Captain Clutch. The offensive rebound. It's another look.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. No good from Spates.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And San Antonio called for the foul. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the night.
The line for 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Captain Clutch. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Aldridge. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. and it goes on Draymond Green. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Here's Captain Clutch, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Leonard with the ball, guarded now by Barnes. Hardaway passes to Spates. They set the pick. Nobody near Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Here's Captain Clutch, and it's good.
Wow, that was no wet spot he slipped on, folks. He just plain broke him down.
Hold on now. That was some kind of move. Somebody, anybody, get an ankle brace for this dude.
That was nice.
What a move, huh?
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Green. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. The shot's good from Captain Clutch.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Here's Parker. 13 feet away. Aldridge slams it back in.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
And no need there, guys, to throw that one back out. Just go ahead and handle your business.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Stats for Hardaway. Some last season stats for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Yeah, he always seems to supply points for this group. And yeah, things can get stagnant without that spark plug. He serves the bill there.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Nicholson. Chandler Parsons comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. It's Thompson in for Steph Curry. Captain Clutch. Thompson passes to Captain Clutch. Beyond the arc. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Lynn's shot is off.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Lynn following the basket by Freak. Lynn kicks to Lou. And that time, also a missed shot. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Lynn. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Warriors lead it. Here's Thompson. Shot from 12. And the jumper is on the mark. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Up top, Lynn. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Kings. In Sacramento. That's good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Captain Clutch Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have.
And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, with that. Question. He talked. About the responsibility that comes with that role.
In every aspect, you know, it's a change for us.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? Bogut checked in for Nicholson. Iguodala comes in for Barnes, and it's Captain Clutch in for Thompson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dawson's checked in for Spates. Lure comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Green, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Parker. Captain Clutch in at shooting guard. Bogut out there with Chandler Parsons. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers put on a show. He ended up with 56 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy. He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now. .107 left in the first half of the game. Lynn kicks to Lure. Can't get it to fall. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Well, some really terrific numbers for Captain Clutch. He's got 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Here's Green. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Fires from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Oh, he hits it.